Yeah, this is the day. So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, today, this month is the month of Vasak, and it's the month that is very special for many different reasons, for many different people. For the Sikhs, it's of the Khalsa was this uniformed human being that had certain principles that it had to live by, not rules, principles. And those principles were equality, the sameness that I see within me, I see in all. As much as there is all this spiritual, meditative, discipline stuff, but they also had to ensure that they were always armed. They always carried a weapon, in fact, 5 weapons. And it was to ensure Christ got crucified. Who stood up for him? Mansoor of the Sufi tradition got his arms and legs chopped off. Who stood up for him? Joan of Arc. Who stood up for her? Think about it. When the Buddhists were burnt alive in India and shoved out into Ceylon, Japan, so you'll find in India you don't have Buddhism because they were burnt alive. Who stood up for them? And this is where the Khalsa comes in. So the Khalsa was that, look, there comes a time where you have to combine the two. Inward, you have peace, contentment. Outward, you can protect yourself. By the time, having lived here, by the time you've called the police, most racist attacks take place. No one's going to come and say. So my mother, who is a great lioness of the community, taught me from a very young age. So you need to be able to stand up for yourself as a human being. And that is what Khalsa is. That which is devoid of selfishness. That which considers life to be sacred. That which considers that the most important thing that you can do in your existence is contribute to the harmony and the balance of the universe. That's all you can do. And realize that you can hold nothing. All you can connect to is through your breath to yourself. And realizes that there is a life and there is a death. But the Khalsa has this double-edged sword. So it runs towards it. Why does it run towards it? Because it realizes life and death are 2 parts of the same coin. And once you realize that, then this body, this life, is but a bead in this necklace of divinity. Just one bead. Many times before we came, many times later we will come. Whether you accept it or not, it's immaterial. Because the universe is a cycle. So, because it's a cycle, because it's always in a frequency, a vibration, everything that exists is that vibration, is a part of vibration. So when we think a thought, that's a vibration. When we say something, that's a vibration. When we do something, that's a whole set of vibrations. And each vibration adds to others. Things that, when many people are walking across a bridge, the bridge starts to swing. Resonance. So when many things talk about the same thing, that becomes a reality. So we have done more mantras of the sacred COVID than we have done of any religious ones. Think about it. TVs are doing it, newspapers are doing it. Soon the birds will be chirping it. Yeah? Whatever you give your focus to becomes your reality. And the more we are brought into a particular focus, the more that reality becomes concrete. So, going back to frequencies. So, as say, for example, Sylvia and I have a conversation about how we'd like to devour a pizza. Yeah. And the more we speak about this, hunger will arise, ideas will arise. Well, who can order it, and so on and so forth. The reality becomes real simply by focusing two people on the same thing for a period of time. So if we consider where we have been over the last 12 months or so, we've created this reality which has a frequency. It's vibrating. It's a reality, but it's vibrating. It's like a collective set of different instruments all playing together this song. And this song has certain characteristics. One of the characteristics is that it's restricted. It doesn't go, it has a feeling of restrictedness. It has a feeling of contraction. It has a feeling of fear. It has a feeling of death. It has a feeling of darkness. It has a feeling of enforcement. All of these are part of this reality's frequencies. It has the restrictions of freedom. Now, if we say that we are anti-enforcement, or we are anti-masks, or we are anti-this, or we are anti-that, it's like me saying to you, don't think about pink monkeys. The very moment you say that I am anti something, I am against something, you have to first conjure it up in your mind. You have to know the meaning of it. That adds a frequency. That adds a frequency. And that frequency is adding to this sick frequency that we have at the moment. So, as I said to you, if we fight it, add it, and by this resistance, this questioning means resistance, right? This questioning, we know what's going on now. This constant resistance to it will actually draw you in it. So learn to move away. And by focusing on those things that are the very things that you desire. So let's take something. Say if you wish to overcome enforcement, right? So you recognize enforcement is not what I want. You recognize that. So stage one, you recognize, I don't need this. Stage one. Stage two, what do I need to replace this with? Oh, I need to replace this with, so if this is enforcement, I need to look at the freedoms that I have. So the freedom I have of reading what I want to read, the freedom I have of making and cooking what I want to cook, the freedom I have of having the conversation that I want to have with my colleagues and friends. So I begin to notice and put my focus on the very opposite. And by doing that, that becomes your reality. Right? So by fighting it, we add to it, which is why we're saying don't just forget the two sides. We know what's happening. We know things are not right for life. We know that there is an imminent threat, and we know that this threat seems to be artificially constructed, and it's having an effect on people's health and well-being. And all that you should be concerned about is your health and well-being. And the more you focus on that, out of that comes your freedoms, out of that comes your well-being, your quality of life. Out of that comes your relationships. Out of comes everything else. So coming to the meditation, coming to or taking participation in activities like meditation or yoga or tai chi is an essential part of the next few months. It's essential to ensure that the reality that you are creating is a reality of health, a reality of well being, a reality of self sovereignty, of knowing I can look after myself. I don't need to rely on external intervention. And by making connections with those individuals that have similar thoughts, that are able to contribute, you will create the reality you want. And all of this will be a distant memory, which it will be in a year or so. But still, at this stage, we are still going through it, and there are some rather difficult moments that I think humanity is going to have to endure, but it's the way it is. Yeah? Accepting change for what change is. And you and I are all change. We are not a human being or a human doing. We're a human happening. We're a happening. We're like a wave that's just moving through time. That's all you and I are. So, by recognizing this as our experience, we don't need to hold on to things. Yeah? We need to just make the best use of the holiday you've got. And life is a holiday. Yeah? Excellent. Is that enough for today? I think so. Yeah. Okay, shall we move with our meditation? So today's so even with the meditation, right? The month of Vasak, one of the things in month of Vasak in the teachings is that it's a month in which we realize anxiety can grow if we move away from ourselves. Yeah. So Kate said earlier on with and you know, and life feels good. You know, spring in the air, birds are singing, everything is good, freedom, all that kind of stuff. Um, and that joyfulness that we are feeling now is can make us forget to look after ourselves, right? So in the month of Vasak is a good reminder that don't desert yourself, don't desert your sacred space because things have got a little bit better. Yeah, maintain that, keep that going. Okay, yeah. So when we're ready, we're going to focus on change in today's meditation. So eyes are closed, mouth is closed. And as you breathe in, bring your focus to yourself. Take a moment to notice just how you feel within yourself. Sense of your body. Notice what your mind is doing, what kind of thoughts you're having. Bringing your focus to your chest. Quick check-in, just how do I feel right now? This is before we begin. And then if you just gently open your awareness and just get a feel of the room or where you are. So you realize the sounds, the noise, the warmth. And now as you breathe in, follow your breath and become aware of your inner climate as a whole. And your intention is to notice the change happening. If you bring your focus just beneath your nose, You will notice that the breath moves in and the breath moves out. Notice the changing nature of the breath. The in-breath starts, has a middle and the out-breath has a start, middle and an end. Notice the change. Now gently bring your focus to the chair or the floor that you're sitting on. Notice the sensations where your body makes contact with the seat. And then bringing this focus upwards towards your hips. Notice the back of your hips. Notice the sides. And notice your pelvis, the front. As you breathe out, allow your breath gently to flow your focus towards your thighs. Becoming aware of your thighs, becoming aware of your knees. Remember, you're just doing a quick check-in. Noticing what's going on with the body. Next breath out, you bring your focus down towards your ankles. Become aware of your feet. And then moving to the soles of your feet. Bring your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice how well you're held in place. Notice the stillness of your body. And as you breathe in, bringing your focus gently up your back towards your lower back. Next breath in, you bring this focus a bit further up towards your middle back. Next breath in, you bring this focus to your shoulder blades. And then notice your shoulders. Notice if there's any tension, any sensations anywhere around your shoulders. As you breathe out, bring your focus gently down towards your elbows. From your elbows, moving this focus towards your wrists. Becoming aware of your palms. And then moving your focus to your fingers. Imagine that your breath moves through your body straight to the fingertips as you breathe in. Notice what happens around your fingers if you imagine that. Intentionally directing your focus, the breath, from your nose all the way in, right to the tips of your fingers as you breathe in. Bringing your focus now to your eyes, notice the darkness. And notice your awareness, so to speak. The fact that you have awareness of darkness. That there is a capacity within you that is ultimately aware. And right now, as it focuses towards the eyes, it has awareness of darkness. Allow your eyes to relax and soften. Move your focus towards your mouth. Just take a moment to notice the sensations within your mouth. Notice the tongue. Allow it to soften. As you breathe out, allow your face to soften. Bringing your focus just beneath your nose. As the breath comes in, once again just becoming aware of your whole self as best as you can. And now give a moment to notice how does the body feel? And how do you feel within yourself? On your next breath out, open your awareness and begin to listen to the sounds around you. Allow the sounds to come to you so you're not looking for the sounds. Not looking for the sounds, but simply allowing them to come towards you. Listening. Notice the nature of sound. Has a start, has a middle, and an end. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose. Holding it there with a little bit of effort. And your commitment to yourself at this moment is simply to watch the breath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. And whenever you get distracted by a thought, a sound, or my voice, notice it. Bring your focus gently but firmly back to your breath. Holding it just beneath your nose, your focus. As you watch your breath, Notice that you have an in-breath that comes in, and an out-breath that goes out. The in-breath has a start and an end. And the out-breath has a start and an end. See if you can notice the start of your in-breath and the end of your in-breath. Start of your out-breath and the end of your out-breath. As best as you can. Stay with your breath. Notice that the breath has 4 parts to it. An in-breath that comes in, out-breath that goes out, and the 2 pauses on either side. Bringing your focus now to your out-breath in particular. Begin to follow your out-breath all the way till the end. Allow it to finish by itself. Following your out-breath all the way till the end. And as you follow your out-breath, notice how your body relaxes just a little bit further, allowing you to become more and more present to this moment, allowing you to go deeper and deeper into this moment, simply by following your out-breath all the way till the end. And with every out-breath, gradually, we begin to experience peace and calmness. Notice the quality of your breath now. How does your breath feel? Does it feel long or does it feel short? Does the in-breath feel the same as your out-breath? The more closely we look at our breath, the more present we become. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel smooth, calm, or does it feel erratic and fast? Does your breath feel calm, or does it feel erratic? Does your breath feel cool, or does it feel warm? Gradually becoming present to all the various qualities of our breath. Does your breath feel cool, or does it feel warm? Once again, notice the change. Does the start of your in-breath feel the same as the end of your in-breath? Does the start of your out-breath feel the same as your end of your out-breath? See if you can notice any qualities. And now bringing your focus to the sound of your breath. Listening to the in-breath as it comes in, listening to it as it goes out. Listening to the in-breath as it comes in, listening to the out-breath as it goes out. Simply listening. On your next breath out, open your awareness to the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Follow the sound towards the silence. Take a moment to notice your experience. Notice there's only you having your experience. Can't be shared with anyone else. There's only one. Notice that while the breath changes, the observer remains unchanging. Notice the timelessness of this moment and how this moment connects you to all the moments that ever have been, with all those who ever have been, and all the moments that ever will be. Notice the timelessness of this moment. Notice the stillness, notice the silence, notice the peace. And notice that all of this is all you are. No different from the source itself. Hold your focus within your inner space as best as you can. And the longer you hold this focus, the more intense this experience can become. The peace gets deeper. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath. Next breath out, expanding your awareness, become aware of your body. Notice the stillness within yourself. Notice the stillness of your body. Notice you can still sense what you're sitting on. Sensations in your body. Gently moving towards your thighs. From your knees, moving down to your ankles. And then sensing your feet. Notice the back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are relaxed. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed. Face is relaxed. Everything is as it needs to be. The breath breathes by itself. And this moment is perfect as it needs to be. Trust in the moment of now. For that is all we have. That is all we are. Simply a conscious moment in the eternal now. As you breathe in, you can sense your body. As you breathe out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, sensing your body. Breathing out, sensing your body. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Enjoy the moment before the bell.